Hey guys, hey, it's me, Jimmy Lou from the Messy Craft Corner. We're going to talk about the book and the binding and all of the fun stuff. I have two. I'm going to be working with two today. We're going to be dealing with the spine here that's broken. And we're going to be working with like the spine that is regular. So, I want to put this out there right away. The book itself it's beautiful. It has a lot of pages in it and stuff already, but you can tell by how much pages are in this book that you're never going to be able to do all of the, junk journaling and stuff inside of here without it like popping open. So, let's just put this right out here. This binding is good. This 3-ring bound is perfect. The stuff from this is going to get removed. The insides are going to get removed, and I'll be using it, some of it in here, but some of it as ephemera for both books. Okay, that being said, we have this book here that I dropped. If you remember, I dropped it, and I broke the spine. So the first thing I want to do is I'm just going to take the guts out of this. So we're just going to remove this was part of this page, and it doesn't even matter, but we're going to remove the guts. We're taking the innards out, okay? So you can do this on your book if you like, and I'm just going to set this to the side, okay? Because we're going to work with this binding today. Okay, so one of the questions was when you do the book, someone got their book and it was cracked and split, and I said, that's okay. I'll show you some tricks that you can do to kind of fix it. So if you want to keep your ring bound, okay, one thing that you have to face the facts with the ring bound is you're going to be limited, for one. Second of all, to repair it, you're going to be having to work around these rings. That's okay. You're also, in repairing it, you're going to lose some of this. So you have two choices here. You can cut your covers off and bind it with binder rings. I need to go get my computer because I have no comments whatsoever. You can bind it with the binding rings. I have some here. That's Jingle Bells. I have some here, like I said, to show you what I'm talking about. That's these rings. And you can create a really cool junk journal using these rings onto your covers. So then you're not losing all of the pretties, okay? The other choice you have is to gut it. Take your center. You have three choices. 3-ring bind it, repair it. That's now this is pretty damaged. That's why I decided that I'm not repairing this one. But we're going to talk about how to repair it. 3-ring, slice these off, 3-ring bind it. Slice these off, create a spine, and work within what you've created. Or repair this. Now, if your damage isn't as bad as mine, and mine is because I dropped it, okay? It had perfect binding on it when I bought it. It was fine, and then I dropped it, okay? And so I'm being very careful to not drop this one. Because one, I want to show you things to do using the rings. Another thing I want to do is show you how to sew in those signatures, okay? So if your spine is busted really bad like this one is, and if you have questions about how the best way to repair your spine is, take a picture of it and send it to me. Show me how badly damaged yours is. Mine's bad. Look at it. It's split here, and it's split back here. So, if you want to repair it, there's some things that you can get. If you go to Hobby Lobby or Joann's, you can buy this like faux leather. Okay, now the jewelry makers use it to make earrings on their crickets and stuff. Okay, this is a good sturdy material for repairing. And to repair this, all you would do is cut it to the length of your book from top to bottom. Okay, top to bottom. I would cut this off. Can you guys see okay? I would cut it off from top to bottom, and then I would cover right up against my rings, right up, glue it. This is on the inside, and then you want to come out about at least, at the very least, an inch. You may want to go 1.5 inches to 2. That's why I said you're going to lose some of the prettiness of the inside of your book. That's one way. Once you get this done on both sides on the inside, and this comes in a variety of like colors and things like that too. Then what you'll do is you'll whip your whole spine open like so. Now it's going to be tricky because there's rings in there. And you'll get another piece of this, and on the outside, you're going to wrap around the outside. You want to go, again, you have to be really careful because you need enough, but you don't want to lose the prettiness of the front of the book. So just enough like that to repair it. Okay? Is everybody like with me? I'm going to go grab my computer so I can read comments. Hang on one sec. Let me grab my computer. Okay. Fire this bad boy up. Oh, hello, come on. Why can't I put my foot down on the floor? Something's underneath. That darn button bin is on the floor again. Who wants to come clean up my buttons for me? Okay, so I'm going to wait till I see the comments to see if everybody is kind of with me as to what I was saying. And do I need to go, tell me if I need to go over it a second time. Because we can go over it again if you like. Facebook. Oh, I'm not connected. Hang on, you guys. It's going to glitch for 1 second while I turn my mobile data on. I left my, I just needed to do that so that I can connect my computer to my internet. Okay, so, again, this stuff, I don't know what it's called. It is, like, it's for making earrings and stuff, honestly. And, it's not that big of a deal to use. Okay. Jimmy Moo is live in the Complete Sewing Journal. There are 15 ladies in here with me. Awesome. I see 15 pairs of eyeballs. Let me just say, I want to give a shout out. I am shouting out to Robin Burks Watson, who learned how to do the paper folding and made the cutest darn little dresses for in her book. Kudos to you, girl. I am a paper user. I am not a paper folder, and I can fold for the life of me. Hello, Diana Barger. I am with you, but I'm quiet, just watching. Okay, gotcha. Hi, Melissa White. Welcome. This is an extension of my page, The Messy Craft Corner, and I just figured I want to work on this book. We're doing at least 2 times a month in here, maybe more depending on when I feel like when I feel like working on a dressing for sure. We've been talking all things sewing journals in here. I love this book too. Hi, Linda Murphy Harper. Jeanette is here. Debbie is here. Becky Smith from Over the Mountain is here. Hello, Rhonda. Lisa Kidd. Yeah, I did tag everyone, and I won't always do that, but I just thought it was a good way for you guys all to know that I was live in here, because I didn't give you a time, because I wasn't sure, because we went to Hobby Lobby. Hi, Cindy. Cynthia. Okay, so is everybody with me when I say about how to repair this? If your book is in this bad a shape, if it's in this bad a shape, honestly, my recommendation is to cut the innards out, create a spine. That's what we're going to do next. Create your own spine and do sewn in signatures. That's my recommendation. Oh, good. I always get worried that, like, I'm going to tag everybody and somebody going to get mad. So I don't like mad. Listen, I dealt with 2 people yesterday that I just don't like. I don't like dealing mad. And you know, I feel bad enough. So I just don't like, I don't do mad. Okay. So one book, I'm going to be doing 2 editions of this book. One book, we're going to sew in the signatures. The other book, we're going to use the rings in the center. Now, when I get this gutted, I'm going to ask Larry to take this outside and to drill out these, whatever these darn things are. Oh, now I have comments. Hello. Whatever these things are that hold the center into the book, I'm going to ask him to drill them out so that I can use this, and we're going to create a bookmarker using the spine, okay? So just that's as long as Larry can get it apart for me. All right. Let me scoot this over here. And what we're going to do is we're just going to slice this out. Now, I did talk about how to repair it. Again, if you have trouble and you're not quite sure what to do for your bookbinding, send me a message with a picture. Send a picture so I know what you're talking about, of what your spine looks like. Okay? So that I can help you if you need. Hi, Ganilla. Hello, Sally. Hello, Jeannie. I know those paper dresses were stinking adorable. Okay, so I'm just slicing, and it's going really easy because, like I said, when I dropped it, I really broke it in. So, but, so what will I do with these little holes when they're drilled? I got these brads from Shauna at Fraps and Scraps. And you guys, if you need brads, I highly recommend purchasing from her. First of all, she ships very quickly. Her stuff is very good quality, and she sells stuff that I don't. So, but look at these yellow ones. These yellow ones are going to be perfect to replace up the ones that he pulls out. So that's my plan. My plan is to put those in there, and then we'll go from there. So I'm just keeping this, setting it to the side. A lot of stuff getting set to the side. All right, so let's work on this. So I have some that need a little bit here, needs a little repair. See that? All we got to do to repair it is grab a little bit of my book glue. Remember, the glue that I use, this neutral pH adhesive stuff, is meant for repairing books. So when I'm repairing pieces that are like pulled up, I know exactly what I'm doing because I'm using the right kind of glue. Hello, Trisha Hodge. It is a beautiful morning. Listen, it's cold in Pennsylvania. It is barely hitting over 30 this morning here. And I said, Larry, you want to go to the Hobby Lobby with me? And he said, sure. You know how you know who your best friend is in life? Seriously, your best friend is that one person who you want to spend all your time with. And for me, that's my husband. I love spending time with him. He'll go to the craft stores with me. He sat in the car while I was in the Hobby Lobby. But, you know, it is what it is. So I'm just trimming off the excess. There's some paper. It's not the actual chipboard of the cover, but it's the paper. And sometimes you just have to use your blade to give it a shave. Just shave it. We're going to be covering it up here anyways. It doesn't seem to want to, that little bit right there does not seem to want to come apart. There we go. There we go. Okay. So there's one. Now, like I said, if sewing in the signatures scares you, 3 holes, 1, 2, 3, 1 in the center, then about 1 inch in from each. You can even do 4 if you want to, and it'd just be super cool. I'm not doing that. I'm showing you how to actually build up a spine, okay? So we're going to be using chipboard. I'm going to be using a heavyweight chipboard to do this. Okay, so there's that. Looking good. Looking good. Let's just trim this a little bit. Just giving a little haircut. Little trimity trim. Okay? So, let's scoop this out of the way. Oh, I forgot something in the other room. 50 in Florida. Awesome. Your husband sits in the car too? Yeah, and you know, he carried all my stuff in for me when we got home and didn't even say anything about the stuff that I bought. So, let me grab my paper pads I got today. So, if you have a Hobby Lobby near you, Paper Studio is 40% off Paper Studio. So I got 2 paper pads. This textile floral is new to me, and I really want to do some florals in this book. I'm not even joking. So wait till you see the pretty papers. Pretty, pretty papers. Yeah, Larry just was, I don't know, I think he was watching videos or something. So. Hello, Mary Mom. Rhonda, I know. I love this. Actually, I bought two packs. I bought this one that is, it's all sunflower designs, just different color backgrounds. But look at this beautiful paper. Is this not like super duper gorgeous? Looks like a watercolor. We have florals, stuff that looks like my Aunt Bessie's floor. Here's some pretty bluebirds. This paper is gorgeous. I think this is going to be one of my favorites. So I'm just putting it out there, just saying that this is probably going to be one of my favorites. So I like this floral print right here. So I'm keeping that kind of handy because we might be using that. And then this one here, and I want to use florals in both of these books. That's why I'm showing you them, because, you know, some people are going to say, well, and see, that's what I'm after right there. See that yellow right there? I knew it was going to be like the perfect yellow for this book. Even though I didn't take my book with me. I like both too. And I really like that, you know, I mean, we got sunflowers, we got buffalo plaids. But that yellow is the yellow that I'm kind of after. Because if you take notice, woo, hello, come on. Come on, work with me. There we go. It's not quite exactly the same, but it's going to match up very nicely. So, I don't know. I think I'm going to... I do like the sunflowers on the buffalo plaid, though. I'm just putting that out there. I'm just saying. Maybe I want a contrast. Yeah, exactly. It did look like it. So, you know, do I want to go brights? Do I want to go softer? And I think I'm going to lean towards the brights. So let's grab this gingham print, okay? There is a difference between buffalo plaid and gingham. Buffalo plaid is either black, yellow, or red, and gingham. And then there's also the print of the pattern. So see how it's not quite, there's like 3 dark, okay, this is just solid. So that's how you can tell gingham print from not gingham print. Okay, so we have our book pieces here, our covers. And okay, so if I was creating a book, I would have my covers, I would do a spine. Okay, I want my spine to be a little on the chubby side here. So I'm gonna go with something a little chubbier, I think. Hang on. Let me get my chipboard piece. Here's my chipboard piece. Let's take this to the side. And I think, oh, do I want to go 3 inches? Because the spine itself that I told you not to get rid of, where did I put that? The initial spine is 2 1/4 inches. I think I'm just going to bump it up 1 inch and go 3 1/4. Then I can get 3 to 4 signatures in this nicely. Okay, and then it's going to be a nice big fat book. Okay, so there's 3 1/4 inches. So I'm giving it 1 inch more space than it had. And then I need my piece of chipboard to be as big as long as my book is. And my book is 10 inches. So we're going to cut this down to 10. All right. So this is how you build your own. You're building a spine. You tore out your spine. Your spine it wasn't good. Blah, 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 blah. Here's how you repair it. Okay. Now, if you're keeping your book intact and you're junk journaling using the 3 rings, okay, then you don't need to do anything to your book. The other book I have sitting over there, I'm not doing anything to that except for I might reinforce my spine just because I'm afraid it's going to rip on me, okay? So here's my spine piece. Here's this. Now, one thing I'm noticing for sure is my chipboard is not as thick as this. So what do you do in that situation? Anyone want to venture a guess? Anybody want to venture a guess what I'm going to do? Now you're going to see me doing it, but somebody's going to guess it. I'm just taking my medium. Yep, double it up. You got it. Double it up. 3 1/4 by 10. Double that bad boy right on up. Okay? So we're just going to glue, we're going to attach these 2 together. So let me grab some tape. What did I do with my tape? What did you do? Hello, Andrea Johnson. Yep, you're going to add a layer. So you can double it up. You can double it up now or you can double it up later and do a hidden spine. But I like the stitches on the outside. I don't know why. I just do. Anybody hear or see from Teeny today? Okay, so I just added my tape to one side. I'm going to peel. That's okay. We were just talking about like what to do if your spine is poor, that you need to fix it. See, this needs to be glued down. Or what to do if your holes are, if your spine is fine, then you don't have to do anything. It's all good. And there is a reason why I'm like gluing that back down, even though we're going to add this spine feature to it. Okay. I know sometimes she has a hard time finding which group I'm in or where I'm at. Okay, so now I'm going to take the back side of the tape off of this, that little paper backing. If I can see it to grab it. This is just from the Dollar Tree. It's double-sided tape. Okay, okay. As long as someone had contact with her today, because I know she wasn't feeling the greatest. All right, and then we're just going to... Woo! That stuff went zinging. You guys, zinging. All right, and we're just gluing the 2 together. Just make sure it's lined up even, because you don't want it wonkadoodle. No wonkadoodles. Okay, I can't add anybody right now because I'm live. So, if anyone would like to be a moderator for the group that could do those kind of things, you could just shoot me a private message after this, and I'll get you added. So then that way, you know, if someone wants to join while we're live, they can. Okay, so here's this piece. Now, 2 things. First, I am going to use, oh gosh, what did I do with it? I'm going to use this on my outside of my book. Okay, but I still have to create a spine. It doesn't matter. Or am I? Oh, yeah, I am, because there's nothing... We're going to use this on the outside of our spine. This is going to go like this, and we're going to do a whole wrapping thing. But on the inside, I want there to be something on this so it's not plain. And I don't want to use this twice, because when I go to punch the holes in this, it's already going to be tough enough. So we're going to just trim this down. This was 3 1/4. Let's just go 4 1/4. Well, let's do 4 1/2. Give it a little extra space. So one side, it won't matter if it's wrapped. The other side, it will, because you're going to see it on the inside. Used heavyweight plus medium weight chipboard together. No, they are both the same weight chipboard. I just put the 2 together because it needed to match up with this. See how thick the cover is? One piece of chipboard was not as thick. two pieces together is going to do just fine. Okay, so let's add a little tape. Okay, so just adding some tape. Now, I am telling you, if your spine was as bad as mine, you want to break it down and do either the same thing or use the rings, the binder rings. Okay? Trying to see when you can't see very good because you have old lady eyes. Hello, Pat Mize. Welcome. Glad you're here. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to wrap this around. We're going to wrap the paper around this, and it's going to have that really bright, awesome looking color on the inside under the spine. Hi, Larry.
Hello.
We're in the subscription group,
We
or
are.
the not subscription group, but the sewing journal group, and we got quite a few ladies in here watching. Let me tell you, we have 30 ladies in here watching.
Right. Sounds like we're having a good time.
Yes,
here.
so I'm showing them what to do if their book has been broken in delivery because I dropped mine. Lucky them. It was lucky for them I dropped mine. You know that.
It was lucky.
It was because it's... Oh, that's good. I'm glad you're here. Is it possible...
I put the saw away ready.
No, I don't want the saw. See these right here? Is it possible to drill those out without destroying the spine part?
It might cost you.
I'm just wondering if you could do that for me.
You don't want the... What do you don't want?
I don't want the metal rings. I saved the spine. That's
Okay.
more important to me. And I'll tell I'll tell him when he comes back all of you said hello. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just miter cut these in and away. In and away. Now, you guys can use Tyvek to repair your spine, and that's just kind of like a it's like a plasticky substance. Shipping packages are made of that Tyvek, okay? But I do not recommend going and ripping off the postal service to get you a piece of Tyvek, okay? So this is actually going to be the inside, and this is going to be on the outside, because on the outside we're going to wrap it around with this pretty stuff. Teeny is in the group. Teeny's in the group. She didn't need to ask to join. She's in. I already put her in the group like a week ago when she asked. Okay, Giselle, that's awesome. That's awesome. Let me see. I don't know if I can do that. Hang on one second. Let me see. Oh, no, I don't want to suspend her. Let's see. Hang on one second. Let's see. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I don't know why Teeny's asking to join when she was already in here. Tracy Watkins. Okay. So there we go. I added those two ladies that were waiting in the wings to get in here. Let's go back. Hopefully you don't want to go back too far. And let's find us Giselle. Because I know I'm a moderator and an admin in here, but I have no other admins and members. So let's just find us Giselle. See, oh boy, I'll tell you what, it's hard to find a person when you have so many people in here. Yep, because I have more people asking to join, and I want to be able to, oops, not that. Go back. Okay, I am adding her as a moderator, you guys. Giselle is going to moderate for us, so that means, Giselle, all you have to do is go and accept it. Accept the invitation. Hi, Karen Ryan. Hello, hello. So we're just doing a little bit of housekeeping here. Let me get back to my video and we'll keep chatting. There we go. There we go. Okay. There we go. All right. Now, I'm just adding some tape along here. This is going to help it hold it into place. You know, this is the second time this week that I have done spines. That I've done, seriously, because we had the Reader's Digest group yesterday, and we broke the spine down and we did different things. So if you're in either of those, you know, if you're in this and that, then you're getting kind of double the thing, but that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, so I'm taking my long sides around first. I do not know, this roll of tape, the paper does not want to come up, and we're just going to add some glue, pull this around and put it into place. Now, I told the other class, I'm telling you guys the same thing. Clips are your friend. These are like sewing clips. I buy them off of Amazon, but they're great for this because they'll hold this into place while I can continue to work. Otherwise, you got to sit something heavy on it, and it's a whole project. So, okay, so there we go. We're all pegged in. You got the purple and green screen again. I have updated my everything. So, I don't know. Is Teeny here? Has she been able to get in? I don't know. I did add her as a when I was out taking care of Giselle, I added her as well. So, okay. So, same thing. Just kind of use your clips.
What do you need this by?
I don't need it today, but if
gonna take, you can't drill them because they spin, and I knew that.
Oh, okay.
And the only way you can do is cut the rivet or grind it off.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of hoping you would do for us. But you know, it doesn't have to be today. Okay, so there we go. We have that in place. Now, let's scoot this down, and we're going to wrap the short sides now. So we had the long sides first. Guys, make sure that you update your apps. Because if you don't have an updated app, things like that are going to happen. I've been watching on my computer. I have not had one green screen event at all. Like, it's all been just fine. All right, so here we go. We're wrapping around this side. Okay, now we don't have to cover the inside. Okay, because this is going to be the inside. This is going to be the outer part of the spine, and that's where like our fabric is going to wrap around. So you can use fabric, you can use some Tyvek and then cover it with some pretty paper. I just happen to, I'm going to use this right here. We're going to use this. So there we go. We have this, we have this, we have this, and we're good to go. We're ready to rock it on out of here. 1 second, and hi Cheryl Smith. I know you're late. That's okay. Everyone's welcome. All right, so just pop your clips off. Those clips work great, you guys. I'm just pointing that out. That you're good to go with these clips. Okay, so now this stuff here has to be 10 inches like the spine. Okay, I'm not making it any bigger because it literally is just it's gonna do just this and wrap around. Okay, so I need this to be 10 inches. Listen, you can cut this on your table, whatever you need to do, but I will tell you, I have cut it on this stuff lots of times on my, and it does cut. It makes kind of a funny sound, but it will cut it. And we're going to go 10 inches.
Try and drill a weird drill?
Because I have you.
You really think I believe that you knew that those rivets are going to spin?
I didn't know they were going to spin.
When I get over to the garage, I'll get the grinder out and burn them off.
He's going to grind them on down, you guys. All right, so 10 inches. I did cut it a little bit big so that I could trim this side off. It's wanting to do a little wiggle jiggle, though. It's doing a little jiggle wiggle. Okay, so here's our piece then. This is 10 inches, top to bottom. See? And this is 10 inches, top to bottom. I'm putting it down this way with this part this way. Okay, just like so. Now we're going to leave a little bit of room here. Okay? We're leaving a little room before we glue this into place. And this is going to glue. I am not going to touch any of the stuff that's there. Okay? So when we get around to the back side isn't going to matter quite as much because the stuff on the back is a little bit in there. But what I do want to do is I want to cut this to the size that I want it to be. So we're going to go out to here. Okay, just like so. And then we're going to take this piece here, whatever size is left from it. And this was just, I picked this up at Hobby Lobby. They had it in their clearance section. And I just nabbed it from the clearance section. And we're going to use this for the inside. So we got some on the outside, some on the inside. And all is going to work out very well. So, here we go. Lay this out, you guys. Listen, I need a little space. Let's go over this way. Lay this out. Use a straight edge, whether it be the edge of your table or what have you. And get it all nice and kind of like straight and even so that it looks like this. Okay. Whoops. This one wants to wiggle. There we go. So now it's laid in place. So what I want to do is I want to cover this, that it's grabbing from with the fabric on both sides. Make sure that it's not your good piece on the inside. Now, I'm using Fabri-Tac for this. And the reason I'm using Fabri-Tac for this is so that way, because this is fabric-y. Okay? So we're just going to go all over here. Oh, what is happening? I have a clog. Hold on, where's my little pokey tool? Oy boy. Oy boy. Let's get a paper clip. I don't want to stick around too long. And you guys use whatever fabric, whatever it is that you need. Just use that, okay? So if you have another fabric that you like better, you can just use fabric. If you have something that is like a canvas, use that. That will work like perfectly for this. Okay. Now this glue, I'm going to forewarn you, is a little on the stinky side. So just know that. It does stinkeroo. Now, when we get this in place, we're going to have to leave it. We're going to have to leave it sit so that it does all the things, okay? Because if I try to move it and it slips, we're going to be in trouble. Okay, so there we have this and this. And we're making sure that our edges are good. And that we're not touching anything on the front cover. See that? Is this this piece of material, is this dated to the time period of the book? No. Is that okay? Yes. You know why? It's a junk journal. We can do whatever we want and make it amazing, okay? We can make it totally amazing. Your mission this month is to go to a thrift store and try to find at least one really awesome doily, because I think a doily on the cover of this would be just absolutely amazing. I found a few. I'm going to throw them in my Shopify, so if you can't find one, that's where you can go to get one. Now, I'm just going to lift this back. We're lifting this back, and we're going to give it the schmutz out here. Okay. Just don't move your book piece, and you'll be good. All right. So I'm laying this down, making sure that it didn't wiggle over here. And we're just pressing that into place. Okay. Just like so. I am going to move it. I'm going to flip it. I'm going to do it ever so carefully. Then along the spine here, you can add some, I tagged everybody, Marcia. Sorry that you didn't get the notification. Hi, Diane. Welcome. So, we're just adding some glue. This is available for replay. One of the reasons I decided to do it in a group like this was so that way it's all in one place. So if you are doing a book like this, it's all in one spot, and you don't have to go searching through like hundreds of videos over on my main page. Okay, so now I'm going to flip this over. I'm going to be very so careful to do so because I don't want to disturb what I have going on there, but you can see it's going to fold around very nicely. Look what I did. That's okay. We'll get it from the inside. We'll get it from the inside, y'all. It slipped, but that's okay. So we're just gonna make sure that it's in the right spot on the front. Yes, we're good. Okay. So there we go. And do the same thing back here. Okay, so that's just like that. Okay, now we need to add 2 pieces, and I did it ever so carefully, so that way it's not going to cover too much of our piece here. Now, when we go to do a sewn-in signature, 2 things are going to happen here. The first and the last signatures are going to catch on this piece here. So out here, it's going to appear that you have buffalo plaid. On the inside, it's going to look like this. So the other signatures are going to get sewn in through this. It will all make sense when we do the signatures. We're not going to be able to do signatures today, and here's why. Because we have to let glue dry. So, but what you need to start saving and grabbing for your signatures is some paper, Coffee Diet if you like. You can watch it from the beginning, yes. Some coffee dyed papers, some doilies, some, oh gosh, all kinds of fun things. So maybe you have like a sewing journal that was like maybe your mom's or something, and she kept that stuff in a journal for you for whatever reason, okay? But look, so we lost a little bit here. That's okay, because when we do something, I'm not doing a lot with the covers on the inside, but we can add some lace and cover up where, you know, it grabbed those. But that's okay. All right, so here's this. Now, when I leave the room, I am taking some books, and I'm laying some books on top of this. The reason that I'm doing that is because then it's going to help it to dry all nice and flat and not wonkadoodle, okay? Ooh, sorry for the jiggles. Sorry about that, you guys. Oh, I've just bumped the camera trying to I'm adding glue to this faux leather. If you have old fabric, old jeans, you know, maybe some kind of like jacket or something that, you know, was your mom's that has some really cool stuff on it, use that, because, you know, then you're using some vintage fabrics that will be just awesome sauce. Okay, so this one here it only caught the corner of that jacket right there. That was it. Okay. So that's it. Now, let me tell you, this is gonna, it's not gonna move right. It's gonna move right now because it's not dry, but this is gonna open and close very nicely. When it's all dry later today, I'll do a reel and show you how well it opens and closes, but it needs to set. It needs to set. Now listen, the best books to set on top of this, no joke, are paper books, especially if you have a lot of them. Just sit them on top of there, add some more on top of there, and all the fun things. Just go to town, okay? Just go to town. All right, so I'm gonna grab this piece of paper right here, and I can't move my stuff. Shoot. Hang on a second. Okay, there we go. Now I can move it. And set it down. And we'll put it back up here later, put some more books on it. Okay, so books make great paperweight. All right, so here's my sewing book, the one that doesn't have the broken down spine. Now, you can do this exact same thing if you want. If you want to get some fabric and wrap it around, you can, just because it gives it a really cool look. I'm not doing that. I'm leaving it go because the spine is in pretty good shape. But in order to protect the spine, dictionaries work fantastic. Absolutely. Yes, on the sewn in signature, we're going to be folding pages in half. We're also going to be taking, I pulled all the pages out of the other book, but we're going to take them out of this one too. Hang on a second. I'm also going to show you how to take some like this and create a folding page. Okay, so that way that can also get sewn into your signature as well. All right, let me just open this. I'll let Larry know. He doesn't have to grind this one out. This one I'm gonna show you both ways. I'm gonna show you how to use these and make junk journals both ways. Just know all of the pages are not going to make it into the sewing book, because if I do put them all in there, it's going to alligator big time, and it's going to be a whole thing. But we're going to add bits and parts to it, and it'll be fun. I promise. I promise. Plus, then you can make other junk journals and keep your papers for that too. Like, see this stuff here. These are advertisements for something else. This I would just stick to the side for something else. Okay, so to reinforce this, I'm going to be doing some paper. We're just going to use some paper, and it's going to reinforce it. You can use Tyvek. I'll try to get my hands on some Tyvek. But remember, the book is 10 inches. So I'm cutting my paper piece 10 inches. Ooh, get it up there nice and squared up, Jimmy Lou. 10 inches. Isn't this paper pretty? Okay, and then I'm cutting a piece. I think 3 inches ought to be plenty. I think 3 inches is going to be too much, but we're going to check it out and see. So what I'm going to do with the paper, and you can do this with Tyvek, you can also do this with fabric, is we're gonna tuck this up underneath there, and we're gonna glue this down, and then we're gonna see right where do we want to cut this off at, so that it doesn't take that sleeve. Let's get a pencil. A pen will work, and I'm just gonna add a little tiny tick mark there. All right, so that then makes it 1.5 inches. So 1.5 inches, 2 inches will be plenty to do this sort of repair job. Okay, so it's not really a repair job, but it's a repair job, if that makes sense. Okay, there we go. So now we have 2 strips of paper. Now this is not paper, it is cardstock. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to schmutz it up good with some Fabri-Tac, and we're going to put this in place, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to leave it sit and sit and set. That's the trick here. And then look at, this is going to turn out really, really pretty. So that's going to protect it. It's also going to take away that ugly. Okay. Because in my opinion, that's ugly. It has no prettiness to it. It has no floral look to it. So we're going to give it some. We're going to just tuck this in here. Now, at the top and the bottom, you can't really see, but above where this is, it's still going to look like the yellow that's here. That I'm okay with. Now, if you want it to be masked off or matted around like this, then go ahead and cut it down. In fact, we can do that. Which takes it down to 9 5/8, you guys. Just like so. Then it's matted off and it looks kind of nice. So I didn't actually measure it. I just am laying it where I want it to be and giving it a little tick mark. We'll give it a little tick mark. All right. After this, we're going to be done for today. Y'all can get ready and do your spines and all that stuff. Tell me in the comments, do you have one of these books that you're planning to use? Or are you just here hanging out, finding some stuff that you can do for your junk journals, which is also fine. Also fine. Also know this is a free group. Occasionally I may have things for sale in here to help offset some of my cost of teaching you guys how to do this, but it is not required because Jimmy Lou is not all about making the money. So let's see. Roberta has a book. Awesome sauce. All right. So I'm adding this here and I'm scooting it under. Come on, scoot under there now. So see that black line that's right there? I just wanted that to be part of it. You want to do a Christmas journal? That's awesome, Melissa. Well, you know what you want to do is get yourselves, let me glue this in. We can talk about this while I'm gluing this. Get yourselves an ideas book. Yes, Marsha, I have little hangers. So if anyone needs any, just send me a message that you want hangers. I did have those kits. I wasn't going to sell any more of them. But if anybody is really wanting them, that was for the little dresses and the hangers. I did get some, yes. No, to turn it into a junk journal. Yes. All right, so we're going to scoot this under. So I'm slipping it underneath that 3-ring binder, and I'm letting it catch. So that way, it's gonna protect it too, you guys. Okay, Marsha, send me a private message, please, so that I don't miss you, because I'll miss them in here. But yeah, I got them, and they're silver. Listen, they all just came out like this. Check it out, you guys. So that's what she's talking about. So I do have some, and I'll do the kit for the next day. So if you need a kit with some dresses, message me. So it was 5 hangers, a big dress, a small dress, and then one of those little sewing packets that we used when we made that really cool tag thing, wherever I stuck it. I'm not sure. Okay, so here's this. Here's this. And again, you can just stick some heavy things on there or use some clips to clip them on. Once it's dry, you want to take like the backside of a butter knife or a paintbrush will work. My pokey tool will work if I can get the glue off of it. And I'm just taking where the natural fold is and just running this through there. Don't push too hard. Okay? But especially once it's dry, you want to do that. And then you'll be able to fold this up and it'll look really pretty. Oh, I cracked it. I knew I should have waited until my glue was dry. You guys. Don't make me show you this again. Hang on. Let me just cut this down. I pushed too hard for one thing. And then once I pushed on it, the glue wasn't dry, so it cracked the paper. Okay, let's just redo this side. Now I'm not going to do that again. I'm going to let it sit here until it sets, okay? And then I'll do that. But if you just take the back side of something that's not sharp and just run it through there, it will help to open and close it a little easier. So that can happen. It's my fault. I pressed too hard and the glue was not dry, so then therefore it was wet, which made it kind of, all right? So just let these things sit, let the glue do its gluing thing, and everything will be fine, I promise. And just look at how pretty that dressed it up. Don't you think that dressed up the inside of that book by like a lot? I think it did. All right, you guys, I'm going to scoot. I'm not sure if I'll be live on my main page later today or not. Could be, maybe not could be. I'm not sure. But I hope you guys all have a good rest of your day. If you're watching this on YouTube, you're watching a replay of a previously recorded live over on Facebook in a special group that is called the Complete Sewing Book Junk Journal Class. So I've been looking in my huge box of Jimmy Lou books, looking for something Valentine's. Do you not have a Valentine's book, girly? Don't you have a Valentine's book? All right, you guys, have a good rest of your day. Remember to always be kind. You don't know what someone might be going through. And I will see you guys all real soon. I'll film a reel later today, and I'll post it in this group here on Facebook. So that way you can see how the spines both turned out. And you should, for all that you have, you should. You just may not. Just message me. I'll make you one. All right, guys, have a good day. And pull your family in real close. Hang out with them, do something fun. If there's forgiveness that needs to happen, y'all know what to do. All right, have a good rest of your day, guys, and I can't wait to see if you guys do something with your spines. Take a picture, put it in the group. Let us all be inspired from one another. Tell us what you use to reinforce or to create your spine, okay? All right, and I will see you all real soon. Bye, guys.